guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to take a look at this character right here. This is the EZA for Gowasu and Zamasu. Now, I'm not really too sure how good this character is. I mean, I think that they'll be okay. The thing is that prior to their EZA, they had a 50% chance to dodge. And after their EZA, they have a 50% chance to dodge. I just, like, dodge or die characters, sure, like, we could run them, but I would really prefer if we're going to run a dodge or die character, if their dodge is going to be a little bit higher than 50. Like, I feel like 70% would work a little bit better. Like, one reason EZA Blue Cow and Goku can work is because you have the 70% characters, right? 70% chance to dodge. So, I'm not really too sure. Now, Gowasu and Zamasu, they do different things based on if we're fighting a super class or an extreme class enemy. I guess let's just jump into a fight against a super class enemy, and let's see how Gowasu and Zamasu look there. Alright guys, we are here in an event. We're going up against a super class enemy. So let's just quickly go over what Gowasu and Zamasu are doing here. And kind of get a good grasp of, again, what they're bringing to the table. So, super attack effect, they're getting 50% attack and defense, supreme damage, and they seal. Sealing can be very good. I mean, maybe Gowasu and Zamasu could be a decent battlefield option. They probably could. I feel like if you're just, like this would be a great character for, like, free-to-play players, potentially, in, like, Battlefield or something like that, like, if you've got them. I mean, because they're an all-allies support. They dodge, they seal, right? Like, this could be a good Battlefield character, I think, or Super Battle Road, of course. So they give all allies 3 key and 70% defense, which is nice. Then they give 1 key and 30% attack for all allies if all allies in the turn are Realm of God category characters. If we take a look, we actually have this right here. Gowasu and Zamasu, they're getting the 200% leader skill from both the Blue Goku and Vegeta unit as well as the LR Fusion Zamasu. So we could run them on both teams. I mean, Fusion Zamasu, it could clash a little bit with the Infinite Zamasu, sort of like, you know, transformation or whatever. But, I mean, this is pretty much, I don't think that their defense is going to be very high. They're mostly going to be a dodge or die character anyway, right? Especially when we get to this next part here. So, then they have a high chance to dodge, which is good, but, I mean, I'd prefer 70%. Then they get 5 key, 140% attack, and 70% defense against extreme class enemies. And they get 70% attack and 140% defense against super class enemies. So that sucks. They get more defense against super class enemies. I wish it was reversed, because right now all the tough fights are against villains. So it's like if we're going to be running them in the tough fights, they're going to have less defense than if they were fighting super class enemies. That really is a bummer. Then they get 70% attack and defense on super attacks. So, I mean, right here, they're at 100k start of turn. They're going to get 70% when performing a super attack, and then they're also going to get 50% from their super attack effect. But, I mean, this is a 200% leader skill we have activated right here, and it doesn't look too good. The link sets that our boys Gowasu and Zamasu have right here, they have Godly Power, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Gentleman, More Than Meets the Eye, Brainiacs, and Fierce Battle. So, like, a Mai character would work effectively to give them a bunch of extra stats. Alright, let's see what we get right here. We'll you know, quickly do one run right here, going up against, again, a super class enemy. Then we'll just hop into, like, a, you know, a red zone stage. 3.52 they do right there. Okay, I mean, that's not really too crazy. Although, if we're bringing this character, we're bringing them for their support and their dodge. It's like this character, well, I mean, I was going to say they'll link up well with, like, Zamasu, but, I mean, I don't know if that's entirely true, because, like with the new physical Zamasu, they have 3 links. So, it's like, we can get some linking, but not the craziest linking ever. Alright, so we'll get Bulma support activated for Gowasu and Zamasu, so now they'll look a little bit better next turn. Again, that's one of the crazy, awesome parts about the Goku and Vegeta team. I mean, the fact is, you know, you have every character, every superclass character in the category. Like, I think they balanced it really well. You know, giving Fusion Zamasu 150% for extreme class, and Vegito Blue 150% for super class is good. I can't imagine they're going to go higher for Super or Extreme Class for pretty much any, like, leader skill anytime soon. But 150%, I mean, that is certainly decent right there. All right, so we'll have these 3 links activated: Godly Power, Cold Judgment, and Fierce Battle. Again, we still have their full support up as well, right, since we do have a full Realm of Gods rotation. So I guess because of the fact that you want a full Realm of Gods rotation, that does sort of lean towards the fact that we might want a, whatchamacallit, like to run them on the Fusion Zamasu team. I mean, either is fine. 4 million they get up to? Okay, sure. All right, and you know, that's with Cold Judgment up, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would have to say that I think that this Gowasu and Zamasu, they're not that crazy, because again, they are looks like they're a strong dodge or die character. Well, I use the word strong, but I mean, they're not actually strong. I'm just saying they are dodge or die. And it's only 50%, so that's not super great. Let's just hop into a quick red zone stage. Probably don't have to change the team up at all. Maybe we'll get rid of some Zamasu or something like that and see how they perform. Alright guys, so here we are against an extreme class enemy. You guys can see by turn 3 that we started on slot 7, but no big deal. Alright, so we'll link up pretty well with Cold Judgment and Brainiacs. We have a lot of Gowasu and Zamasu's strongest links activated with Mai, right? So at 187k defense. Remember, they're going to get the extra attack since we're attacking an extreme class enemy. Also, it is relevant that they would auto super if it came to that, right? Gowasu and Zamasu, they get 5 ki when attacking an extreme class enemy. I remember that being useful back when they originally came out for stuff like Future Super Battle Road. I remember that being a decent ability. Alright, so sure. Remember, we are getting a significant amount of support right here. I mean, this is a crazy juiced up turn. This is, I mean, about as good as they'll look, right? In between Int Mai and then Bulma, right? Like, it's just huge support. I mean, that's the thing. Like, this Vegito Blue team, you know, just having Bulma on the team at all times. Like, if Bulma is featured on one of the Part 2 banners, it's just going to be so, like, whatever banner she's on, it's just going to be better. Like, it's just going to be that simple. Bulma is, like, just so nuts, right? Like, if you ever wonder, like, oh, who should I use my yellow coins on? It's Bulma. The answer is Bulma. Hey, yes! Yes, sir! Let's go. We do love a little bit of dodge, yeah! Now, if we take a look at this real fast here, I want to show my build. So we have 8 additional 3 crit, 3 crit, and then 25 dodge. I believe the gold equip I already previously had on them. Honestly, I don't really think it's super necessary for them to have a like defensive equip right there. Like, I would easily take that off of them. If I need that Realm of Gods defensive equip for something, I'll take it off them and give it to a different character, right? I think my AGL Zamasu, I think I gave him the... Might have been the Exploding Rage. I think it was the Exploding Rage one is what I ended up giving him. I think it was on my Battle of Gods Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. And then I replaced that, gave him the Super Tech one, and then gave the Exploding Rage equip. Because these are so good. The defense plus dodge. I think it is important to save it for specific characters. Right, like Gowasu and Zamasu, they're not tanking nothing anyway, so they don't really need that defense. I might just rip that off of them, like, after this video, and just replace it with, like, something that's a level 4 dodge. Because it's like, again, if they're getting hit, that defense is not going to help. Like, you want that defense on a character with, like, you know, guard, damage reduction, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead and finish off this phase of 17 right here. I feel like we've kind of seen sort of like the level and the stats and stuff like that of Gowasu and Zamasu. I mean, they're a character that we could definitely run, you know, as like a floating sport. I mean, we could go into like the Omega fight with them and maybe they could be okay, but it's just, you know, dodge or die. I do think that, you know, 3 key 70% defense is an awful powerful, like, it's just awfully powerful. That's very, very strong support. So it's like you could find spots for them. I mean, I would like if they had the 70% chance to dodge. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I would like a little bit more from them too. I don't know. Maybe just 70% dodge is enough, but slightly more would not hurt. I guess I do want to make sure to not lose sight of the fact that they get that 70% attack and defense when performing a super. That's pretty important. Alright, now, I mean, we have this Mai on the team. Damn, no 7 orbs, huh? Okay. Now, we do have STR Mai. I mean, I've been using her quite a bit. I mean, STR Mai is not bad, but, I mean, she can get cooked depending upon the situation. We have those links activated with STR Mai. Alright, let's go ahead and see how we do right here. Gowasu and Zamasu at 218. Remember, they get 50% defense from their super attack effect. Then they get the 70% defense passively from their super attack also. You know, I know we did pair them with Bulma here, but again, I mean, Bulma is... bro, you know, there's a difference between running, like, loser physical Kid Buu, which, I mean, we've laughed at for years, right? And then running, like, Bulma, right? Like, Yajirobe makes sense in most fights. Bulma makes sense, I mean, in every single fight in the game, right? So, like, remember, it's... I do think that there's an argument to be had sometimes when you go, oh, okay, they did that. They took both normals right there, oof. But, you know, oh my god, yeah, they did that with all that support. Like, sometimes you can make a point with that, but not when it's like Bulma. All right, thank you, Mai. Oh, but she dodged. Clutch. Dude, there we got the hit of it. That's why I can't. I'm sorry, I cannot sign off on giving that Mai full additional. I just know people will be screaming, you have to go full additional, but you could proc it, and then it's just a normal, and you're screwed anyway, right? Well, damn. Damn. We could die right here, because we didn't take damage. So, alright, let's hope that we're A-okay right here. I mean, I put them in slot 1 still, because they have that 50% chance to dodge. Their defense is enough to tank normals, but the super attack would be very, very scary. Yeah, that's, I mean, no reason to talk about them. Like, we know their condition is trash. Like, it's you know, it's not really too stunning that they have that bad condition right there. That we're not going to be able to transform in this run, right? We'll see. I mean, maybe... I mean, they got to be super attacking soon, right? There it is. Oh, boy. We're dodging it, though? Do we live this? With, like, a sliver? No. Well, I mean, silly Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, just a skill issue. I didn't transform with them. I mean, that's not really a great look for them, but whatever. Sure. Sure. Alright, this is a lesson in good and evil. Gowasu and Zamasu. Their leader skill is Realm of Gods, category key 3 and 1, 30% to stats. Yeah, that's it. And then they also, their super attack is Fierce God Slicer, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, 50% buff, supreme damage, and then seals enemy super attack. Their passive skill, Divine Wisdom, gives all allies 3 key and 70% defense. Then they get an additional 1 key and 30% attack to all allies if all allies are Realm of God category characters. Both of the new big leaders are Realm of God characters, so that is good. Then, they get a high chance to dodge. That's the main issue I have with them, as I know it seems like, you know, maybe I'm nitpicking or something like that, but there is a significant difference. Like, you really can feel it between 50 to 70. Like, 30 to 50 and then 50 to 70, you feel it. I mean, maybe I've just played so much that I can feel, like, you can feel the difference. It really does matter. Then they get 5 key, 140% attack, and 70% defense when attacking extreme class enemies. And then 70% attack and 140% defense when attacking super class enemies. I do wish they had more defense against the extreme class enemies, because remember, this is a super class unit, the Zamasu and Gowasu, because this is sort of before Zamasu fell, right? You know, so they are super class, which means they'll take extra damage from extreme class enemies, and all of the tough fights right now are against extreme class enemies. So I wish that the, 140% defense was against extreme class enemies and not super class enemies, right? And then finally, they get 70% attack and defense from performing a super attack. Their link set is Godly Power, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Gentleman, More Than Meets the Eye, Brainiacs, and Fierce Battle. 12 key multiplier is 140%. And then our boys are on a couple of different category teams. They're not on too many, but they've got a couple. Realm of Gods, I mean, this is a team that was very, very DOA. It was, like, very bad. This team was dead. It still certainly could use a lot of help, right? But, like, you know, we got some major options added to it, which is nice. And I'm sure, you know, like a Rose Goku Black is probably going to come throughout the celebration. This guy's probably going to EZA, right? We've got some stuff coming. They're also on the Future Saga category team. Another team with big buffs. We love that. They're also on the Patara category team as well. I mean, once upon a time, this was damn near the best team in the game. Nowadays, though, you know, we just see more options, stuff like that, right? They're also on the Time Traveler team. I cannot wait for this to get a 200% leader. It's going to be really, really fun. Then they're also on the Joined Forces category team. So, you know, just so many Joined Forces units. That's cool. And then over here, they're on the Bond of Master and Disciple. See, that's a place where they could be useful. Running them, you know, to maybe like EZA Beerus, you know, EZA Beerus and Whis on like the Kid Gohan team. Gowasu and Zamasu, that's a spot where they could function very effectively, is Bond and Master and Disciple, actually, right? Again, I would really highly encourage, if you're going to run this character, give them full dodge, man. Please, please. This is a character, they are a dodge or die character. You know, the support is good, but like it's not worth the support if they're going to get you killed every run, right? So try and maximize, you know, or minimize the amount of attacks they're going to take, I guess I should say. So let me know what you guys think about EZA, Gowasu, and Zamasu. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.